Hey lovies, welcome back to my channel, Aries Only, where I channel messages for Aries only. Today we're doing a reading to see what your spirit guides, your spirit team want you to most know right now. And looking at this card, I feel like the main purpose of this reading and why I felt compelled to do it this morning is because Spirit wants to remind you of what a good person that you are. I feel like you could be surrounded by a lot of people right now that are trying to make you question that, whether directly or indirectly. There's some sort of like judgment or like aspersions on your character being thrown your way, and someone's just almost causing you to feel bad about yourself and like you don't deserve good things. I want to read from the book. Do I want to read the whole thing? Let me just see the part. Okay, I'm going to read this part. Light is powerful. Some people don't understand this. The fear in their hearts makes them cynical. That fear stops them from seeing what is true. In the absence of truth, they hold on to their judgments instead. I feel like, yes, somebody's making a judgment call on you. They scoff at what they don't understand. Be careful of allowing such people to influence you. It's not wise to take advice from people who are invested in creating pain. You can have compassion for them, but you must not underestimate how their negativity can taint your trust in the universe. So what I'm getting from this is that you're flowing and moving towards something that you want in the universe. Someone's kind of coming in right now. Not kind of. I feel like someone's coming in right now in order to taint your light here, whether they're doing that consciously or subconsciously. On a soul level, it could be that the universe is kind of like engineered this to have this person test you at this time in order for you to really solidify who you are to yourself. I feel like things work like that a lot of the time, but that's why this message is coming through. Be careful of allowing such people to influence you. It's not wise to take advice from people who are invested in creating pain. And it's important to remember that sometimes these people that have these reactions and that are, it's kind of like a hater, like a salty like mentality. They're jealous, they're hurt, they're envious, they're not feeling good about themselves, they're in pain themselves, and it's tough to see somebody else, you know, do good and get themselves in a better position or to grow and find peace, whatever is happening for you. I feel like I'm seeing her wearing a crown. She looks like she's in like a nice pretty dress, and like should be happy, but she's like clinging onto this bird cage that's making me think that she's still trapped somehow. And I think there's some sort of guilt here or some sort of shame, like you feel like you don't deserve to be doing good or you're not a good enough person to deserve this. And I feel like there's somebody in the mix almost making you feel that way. And I think Spirit's really wanting to reiterate this point, or iterate, but that this person is probably in pain, and it's almost like they're in the dark and your light is like blinding to them, and they can't even really see you clearly because their perception is clouded by the envy and the jealousy. It's not a true characterization of you. They're not seeing you clearly. And I think Spirit would continue to say, we see you clearly, and you're a beautiful person and you have good intentions. And the fact that you even care about this person who is just being a hater towards you and almost questioning your own self because of it shows that you have a very compassionate heart and your perspective is very rare in this world. I really want to say that. Okay, so you can have compassion for them, but you must not underestimate how their negativity can taint your trust in the universe. I think Spirit's trying to align you with something, and this person's almost, their negativity is like throwing you off your course by disturbing your vibration, putting your self-worth lower, if that makes sense, and making you feel like you don't deserve it. It's gonna taint it. I really feel that. So I don't know. Wait, let's keep reading. When we feel the light within us, when we trust in it, we are able to move beyond the fear and negativity that exists in this world. You have it within you to be that light. The only thing that can trap you is the choice to believe in the negative and give into fear. That's not you. So don't choose that for yourself. Don't listen to people who would cause you to question the light. The light within you is the real you. Be at peace, beautiful one, for the positive power of the light in you is stronger than any darkness. Yes. So I think Spirit's really wanting also to hammer home this message that there's a choice and you have to make that choice. I would say almost to I feel like with this, what a sense that I'm getting of your character is a very warm, compassionate sort of a person, somebody that doesn't want other people to feel bad, almost maybe somebody that would sacrifice their own happiness. It's like a people pleaser in order to like appease somebody else or make someone else feel better. Even if that's a very subconscious reaction, it's like almost like you'll like put yourself down so someone else feels better. Like it's, you're just a sweet person like that, I feel, whoever's resonating with this reading. And sometimes we have to be a little bit colder. We need a little King of Swords energy in there. We got to harden that heart against certain people that would do us harm, that would influence us and influence us with their negativity and their judgments and their envy. And they would just see us down just to feel happy that we're down. Like it's just, there needs to be a block. There needs to be a barrier. There needs to be a coldness established between these people where you're just like, you know, we're all born into this life. We all, some are luckier than others. Some are born in third world countries. Some are born in more advanced civilizations and like that have like, you know, better opportunities. So people make their lives what they're going to be. People have abusive upbringings that become like very successful. People have been treated terribly by other people and they rise up and try to help other people. Like some people are born with all the advantages in life and they are terrible people. Like, I mean, it doesn't, you decide what you do with your life, and we can't look around and save everybody else. We can't feel guilty for the work that we have put in. When maybe this other person, instead of, you know, being the light and trying to help other people, maybe they were just sitting around salty, feeling bad about themselves and hating on other people while you were doing some sort of, you know, healing work. Or even if you wouldn't characterize it like that, you just are a good person and you're just a natural healer and you're just spreading your love and light into the world here by just being yourself. And they're spreading their negativity. That's on them. That's not on you. There has to be a certain point where we just recognize the tactics of these sorts of people that either try to make you feel like, put you down like very directly, just say things to kind of throw you off your game. They talk bad about you behind your back to other people. You know, they think you don't deserve, they're just sending hatey vibes your way. They think you don't deserve all the good things you've gotten. Oh, they're not a good person. They're judging you, thinking you're not a good person. Spirit's coming through very strongly. You say, yes, you are. So this person may not think you are, but their perception isn't valid. And, you know, if they have to feel like that for whatever reason, let them. But that's not on you. Blame. I feel like this person blames you for their own misfortunes or something. They, like, compare themselves to you and think, like, they should have had your life or they are better than you. But you somehow got everything that they missed out on. It's something weird like that. All right, what else does Aries need to know? I don't know if, like, this is going to keep clarifying this message or we're going to get some other messages that you need to know, but I'm curious to see what message does Aries most need right now. Discipline. I feel like with friendship, this could be a friend. There needs to be some sort of discipline established, some boundaries. There needs to be, let me see, denial. Yeah, I understand that a friend is in my life for a reason. I can accomplish what I set my mind to. I think in this case, the friend is in your life to teach you about setting boundaries. I think there needs to be, sorry, let me just fix my couch. There needs to be, even this looks kind of like a wall to me. There needs to be a point where you just like don't care. I don't know. I used to work with this girl that was like, I mean, just to me, the true definition of a narcissist. Like, I don't know. I just, again, I'm not diagnosing anybody, but just seemed to be always plotting, enjoying people's pain, enjoying making people jealous, and just, you know, it's just not a nice person. But she was also the type that would like play the martyr, have her little crocodile tears. I remember one day she tried, I wasn't talking to her because I couldn't stand her. I was just like, I'm not engaging with these games. Like, it's just so obvious your tactics. And you know, people like that, I think they're smarter than everybody in the room and they just try to manipulate you. I can see right through that stuff most of the time. And I'm just like, I refuse to play along. I'll just like be blank, you know, and I just won't, I'll just give very like one word answers or something. But I remember she was like sitting there at work, just hysterical crying. It was so fake. I could feel that it was fake. I was just like looking, I straight up ignored, like, I don't care. Like, I just ignored her. Cry your crocodile tears. Like, you brought this on yourself. Like, I don't know if she was crying because I wasn't talking to her, but, and I know that sounds really mean, but like, it's just, sometimes that's how like people manipulate you. If you see a pattern or you see somebody that is like trying to manipulate you, make you feel bad for them, I don't know, it's something like that, or somehow influence you, whatever that card was saying, like there's some sort of influence, you have to erect like a strong boundary. There needs to be some discipline, a hardening, like a block up where you're just like, you know what, I don't care. Like, my life is my life, your life is your life. Good luck. I wish you all the best. Goodbye. Like, you can't fix other people's lives. And a lot of times these people, they have like really sad stories, and maybe you have had luckier breaks than them. But again, you're spreading the light and trying to maybe help them or just be there for them as a friend, and they're just hating on you, even though you're like, bro, girl, like, I didn't make your life this way. I'm so sorry. Like, I mean, I just was born and I'm living my own life here. Like, I'm so sorry. What else? All right. But yeah, have that discipline. Because I don't know, like, what's that quote that's like, darling, rest your mind, people throw rocks at things that shine. Like, I feel like that's so true. Oh my God, I just cut to that. Let it shine. Be proud of who you are. Act as if, surrender now. Okay, what messages, I just want one, does Aries most need right now? Reclaim your power. Yes, like, it's time to, and that's like number 44, so that's like a master number. Reclaim your power. Magic works through you. Again, Spirit's really like hammering home this message of like, you are special. There's so many great things meant for you because you've earned it. Like, I think Spirit really wants you to understand that, like, you have earned your happiness here. Like, you're a beautiful person, and we have like beautiful things planned for you in this lifetime. Maybe you're going to be placed in a more prominent position where you're like a leader, or you have some sort of like money because you're going to like disperse it to charity, or you're in a leading position because you're going to lead people in a good way. Like, does that make sense? And this person would be a leader, and what would they do with the power? They would probably not use it in the same way that you would use it. I don't know what they would do, but you have power for a reason. Spirit wants to give you power because you can handle it and use it in a beautiful way. Should we read from the book, from the Panther? I kind of want to see. Number 44. It takes courage to face challenges, and right now, Panther Spirit is here to say that you are braver than you think. Now is the time to take a risk and step into a different aspect of your being. Speak as you have never spoken before. Act as you have always dreamed. You might have the courage to act. Love fearlessly and fully, and expect to feel the adrenaline rush as you are initiated into a new, braver, bolder self. Panther Spirit says the time for dreaming about what you want to do is giving way to that first courageous act toward reclaiming your Panther Spirit and power. Your new identity may feel strange at first, but you have what it takes, and your soul wants this. Let me read so I don't know. And then the protection message is talking about how like fear can hold you back. Perhaps you're afraid you can't trust the power that's rising within you, and you fear that qualities you will find within when you look deeply at why you resist the challenge before you. What? And you fear the qualities you will find within when you look. Okay. Every part of you, no matter how dark it may seem, has a light quality. So be bold and face it, own the light, and make peace with your shadow. Spirit trusts you, so be brave and trust yourself. Oh, that's so cute. Stare down your fear. So yeah, I feel like that's really cute. I feel like Spirit really wants you to know that you're a good person, because I feel like whoever this other person is, or maybe it's multiple people and this is like a pattern that's gone on, is really making you question like if you're a good person. And Spirit's like, yes, like you are. Like you've mastered with this number 44, like you have mastered, I think, the way that you look at the world. Let me just look at her eyes. Oh, look, she has like sad eyes. I feel like you feel bad for other people, but this Panther looks sad too. I feel like you really like look at other people and feel bad for them, and you feel sad for them. And that's like a beautiful quality, because you're not looking at people and being a hater. Like, you're like, I feel like, and these other people are, and then you're comparing yourself to them and thinking that they're more worthy than you, or did they deserve things more than you? And I think Spirit's like, no, like, we have big plans for you. What else? Oh, okay. We have step out of your comfort zone, the North Node. So yeah, I think Spirit's really wanting you to continue on whatever path you were on. I feel like you were almost like doing good, going on a, you were on a good trajectory here, and then it was like something happened to gunk up the works here, and just like something came in and, are these upside down? Hold on. Something came in and, like I was saying, threw you off your course somehow and made you start questioning everything. But I'm sure that was like meant to happen. So just, I don't know, like, don't let other people dictate who you are. Like, you have to know who you are, and you need to stick up for yourself. And that's what I think that Panther Spirit, sorry, I didn't really talk about that, but don't be afraid to be brave and stand up for yourself and be like, listen, like, have your opinion. Like, I don't care. Or even just sometimes silence says so much more. Just ignore it. Don't pick up the phone. If someone's like calling you, or like, don't hang out with people that are negative. Like, if you work with people, sometimes it's a little awkward if you're not going to be speaking, but, you know, just kind of gravitate towards the people that are more positive and that are like, you know, reflecting back your same light. Like, it's tough because sometimes like there is like a family member or like a work situation where there's these sorts of people in the mix, and you can't really avoid them, but it's like you have to be disciplined enough to not let their energy like infiltrate yours and really affect the way you think, even if they're going to be talking bad. Oh, this person isn't talking to me anymore, like they're being a baby. But you know, you're not acting like a baby. You're just creating a more professional relationship with somebody that you work with, because you don't want to be social with them because they're not nice. And you're not being rude. You wish them the best. You talk to them in a professional way, but that doesn't make you a baby. That doesn't make you rude or selfish. Like, it makes you protective of yourself. You have a right to protect yourself. And I feel like you haven't really been protecting yourself. This is like a bird cage. And the way that this discipline looks, that's like, you need more strong barriers. I feel like the bird cage has holes in it. Like, anything could get in. You need to like reinforce your protection, is a vibe that I'm getting. What else does Aries need to know? Spirit, what message do you have for Aries right now? That's 2. Okay, maybe I should just take these because I'll just do this. We have protection on the bottom of the deck, so I feel like I was just saying that. Call back your power, cut the cords, soul retrieval. And yeah, have like a stronger boundary here. You need a stronger, look at the way they're like, get back. But we have Mintakan, longing for home, belonging, the original light workers. Like, I feel like you have some sort of purpose here to just bring a light to the world. You are a beautiful person. Soul family, call in your tribe. You don't have to do it alone. Maybe this is somebody that you did consider part of your soul family, or just like a family friend or your actual family. But I think Spirit's saying, like, I feel like right now, because we had this super moon and everything, the blue moon, I feel like there's been a lot of stuff like coming up for our like reassessment. The people, like the relationships even that we currently have. I feel like Spirit's kind of like shining a flashlight on a lot of things that we maybe suspected about people, but then now like we're getting like confirmation, like in your face. I can't ignore this. This is like a loud message. This person is sucking the energy out of me, sucking the light out of me. Like, they're really bringing things to our attention for us to sort of clean house right now. So I think that's why this message is coming through like this. Let's see what else we want to do. Let's get a few tarot cards and maybe some advice and some tea leaves. All right, what does, I don't want this reading to be super long, but it's already 20 minutes in. What does Aries need to hear right now? We have the 5 of Cups. Yeah, sometimes we have to let things go. 3 of Swords, even if it is a loss and it's somebody that you want to be friends with and be there for, but sometimes we have to like just let things go, at least for a time. What's going on here? Or let someone else feel the loss of us. 7 of Swords. Ace of Swords, Nine of Cups, and the Ten of Swords. Hold on. I'm just gonna do, what's the center card here? Right here? Okay. So I feel like, and then we have the Four of Wands. I feel like there's like this really happy era, like almost like you're standing like almost at the doorway, or you're about to step out of your comfort zone. You're about to take a few more steps and into this more happier era of your life. But before you do, there's this sort of test, this sort of initiation or something like that. We have the Ace of Swords as the center energy. And I feel like it's, if you see the truth about a situation, the Seven of Swords, about a person that has deceptive intentions, that has just some sort of situation that you see the truth in, you can't ignore it. And I feel like, yeah, there needs to be a letting go with the Five of Cups. Even if it is regretful, there needs to be a step taken back. And with the Nine of Cups and the Ten of Swords, we're going like 9, 10. Like, I've seen the truth, and now with the Nine of Cups, that could be about a wish fulfillment. So like I was saying, in order to get this wish fulfillment that you're after, it's like the sacrifice needs to be made. That's like the vibe that I'm getting. Like, in order to like step into this happier era here, there needs to be a sacrifice of something that you know isn't good for you. You have seen the truth of this yourself. This isn't me telling you, oh, you need to like cut ties with so-and-so or whatever it is. It's like something that you've seen for yourself. Like, you need to cut the cord finally, and make some sort, even if it's just like in a more subtle way, that's basically like, I'm not going to care what this person says anymore. Like with the Ten of Swords, like that's a mental, like, or it could be you're cutting off communication with somebody. But whatever the case, it's like there needs to be a sort of sacrifice before you can move forward. And I don't know if I started saying this, but like with this blue moon, I noticed that there was a lot of like, I don't know, like, okay, I'm 36 years old. I remember sometimes I play this game when I go to sleep where I'm like, if I could go back in time to this moment, like how would I act with the knowledge I have now? Because it helps me like release a lot of like the shame and guilt I have from like the past, mostly shame. Because like, anyway, I've just been played out a lot and stuff, and like, I'm like, oh, I would handle this. I would hold my head high and do this, like whatever. But I was like doing that. I was thinking about the time when my boyfriend cheated on me when I was 16, and I found him, and I just feel like I acted like such a loser. I was just like, oh, and then he broke up with me, like, and it was just like, like, it's so stupid. But I like was thinking about this the other day, and like I said, this is 20 years ago. I like was crying about it, and but I feel like it was coming up almost to be released. I feel like there's like a lot of stuff coming up like that. And even like, say you're entering a new romantic phase of your life or something, there could be like old exes cropping up, even if they're not actually cropping up, but it could be like a decision like, okay, I'm not going to text this person for their birthday anymore. Like, let's just let it go. It's over and done with. I want to have something new in my life. Making a decision like that. Making a decision to cut certain bad habits out of your life. There needs to be some sort of a sacrifice here, I think, where you're like letting spirit know I'm ready for my wish fulfillment by like taking certain actions and showing that you're strong enough to handle it, to man up, to woman up, and to like really, what am I saying? To really just show that, you know, you're ready for it. And what else was like, I don't know. I just feel like if certain people are showing you their character, especially if it's like someone like an ex that's like playing the martyr and making you like feel bad about yourself or something like that, or like making you feel guilty, I feel like spirit's coming through to be like, do you want to like continue in this dynamic with this person that is like an energy suck, or do you want something real for yourself? You need to make that decision with the Ace of Swords. Have a certain loss and be ready for your wish fulfillment, period, the end. Block them. Like with the discipline, there needs to be stronger boundaries. Are you telling them I don't want to talk, but then they're like texting you, and then you're engaging with them, but like you really don't want to, you just feel bad for them? I'm getting a sense that you feel bad for people. Spirit's like, stop feeling bad for them and start caring about yourself, and block them. Like, block them on everything, like kind of a thing, you know, like create a boundary, create an impossibility of them to get a hold of you. And that's it. Like stuff like that, where it's like, you need to set the boundary. Maybe you're like, oh, they won't leave me alone, but you're like leaving the door open. Shut the door. You know, I feel like there's like a firm hand is needed in this case with certain people. All right, should we get the tea leaves and then look at advice, or the other way around? Let's just do advice because I have this out. All right, what advice for Aries? Ooh. Every word you speak or write can change your life. Choose wisely. So I would, yeah, like, especially like if someone's coming in, like I was just saying, texting you and stuff, and you're responding or whatever, it's like you're choosing that. You're choosing to engage. You're sending a message to the universe of like, I'm happy here in my past pattern. Like, if you want something to change, you have to change, and you have to make a different choice. Feelings are so important. Make feeling good your #1 priority, and watch your life change. And I feel like whatever's coming in here, whether it's like a friend example that we were talking about, like an ex-partner, whatever it is, some judgmental person, they're affecting the way you feel about yourself. And if you make it your priority to like just cut the cords with everything that's not making you feel good, even if it's just like to cut your attachment to what these people think, you know, and you can't actually like cut the cords and like have them out of your life, because that's not that simple a lot of the times. You'll see like your life change, but you'll cut the dead weight and you'll start rising up. This was here. Sometimes people put you in a box and think they know you, but they have no idea of the true depth of your soul. I'm keeping that because I feel like that's like these hater people. They think that they know you, but they can't see you clearly. They can't see your depth and your kindness because they're haters, and that's all they see. They see the world through the lens of their own hater mind. Like, you know, I just feel like Spirit wanted you to like have some tough love today. Not tough love, but you know, just some, they want them to have some tough love, but they want to like really bring a tough message. Like, you need to be tough. Revel in the differences to other people. There's only one you. Ah! Oh my God, sorry. There's always room for improvement, always. I don't know how I'm doing this. No, I have to do it like that, kind of. Just like spread them out. That does not working. Okay. No. Okay. I don't know. All right. Trust the strange and mysterious at this time. And let's see what else. Sorry for Aries. Keep the promises you make to yourself. It's the best way to cultivate trust. And who am I? Who have I always been? Look to your childhood, especially if you've been having some sort of like guilt about who you are. Like, if you look back on the past, you'll probably see you've always been a good person. That's just your essence of who you are since you were a kid, you know? Do not judge by appearances. A rich heart may be under a poor coat. And just like the opposite is true too. Like, a good heart may be under a rich coat, but maybe like you have some sort of success or good luck and people are like trying to say you're a bad person, but that's just not true just because they say it. Your self-conceptions may not paint an accurate picture of your talents and abilities if you don't believe in yourself. So I feel like you're letting people's opinions sway your own opinions about yourself too. So just, you got to believe in yourself and just get rid of anyone that is making you feel like you can't. All right, we have Lily, spiritual love. I feel like there is some sort of spiritual love coming in, happiness and well-being, but it's like you have to make the sacrifice of the unspiritual love and the people that would, you can't be afraid to be like, no, I want, you know, especially if you have like a person in mind and there's somebody else maybe like, oh, but I want to be with you, but like you already tried to be together, it didn't work out, they're not a good person, whatever the case. I'm really getting a vibe like that here. That's why I'm saying that. It's like, you had your chance. Goodbye. Like, you know what I mean? You had your chance. It didn't work out. Like, I don't want to be with a person like you. Like, just say it. No. Like, or just block them. Like, you don't really owe anyone an explanation, especially if you've been broken up. Pineapple, reconciliation. There's like a reconciliation, I think, with someone in your soul family here. But again, we got to make that sacrifice. Angel, spiritual guidance, protection from harm. Your angels, someone's coming through here right now to be like, this is a spiritual love. This is a wish fulfillment. This is your wish fulfillment, whatever this is. It looks like a love thing. Spirit's trying to come in and protect it and tell you, do not be afraid to take a firm stance here. Rooster, an arrogant, boastful person you should not cross. Like, it's, maybe you're almost like scared of this person, but it's like, I feel like whoever this is, again, they're operating from their ego, and you're coming through as this beautiful little soul, and they're coming through as a rooster, an arrogant, they're cawing, like they're not on your level. They're not on your level. Valley, deep personal strength and peace that assures success. Like, I think Spirit's like, don't worry, we're going to get through this and you're going to be a stronger person at the end of it. Like, you have to be able to defend like a love like this. You have to be able to have beautiful things and be able to defend them and be strong and say no to things that would hurt or harm, I was trying to say, that would hurt or harm either your person or this beautiful love or yourself or whatever it is. Like, you have to be able to protect yourself, and you can't always be nice, and you don't have to be mean, but being like sometimes indifferent and cold and just making the decision and sticking to it. Keep the promises you make to yourself. You know what? I'm done with this person. Click, blocked. Like, I'll say it to your face. Like, you know what I mean? Don't be scared. Seahorse, family matters. Maybe it's a family or it's just someone that feels like family. Chair filled, someone new is entering your life. Yeah, and someone needs to be kicked out of their chair. It's musical chairs in your life. Climbing towards success ladder. So Spirit's like, hey, like, things are going good. I saw this one, not unsuccessful plans. I feel like this is someone else trying to like block your plans here. And Spirit's coming through to be like, nah, like, we got you. We like see what's going on and we're calling them out so you can cut them off. So, all right, guys, that was a pretty powerful message. Love it. Keep shining that light and know that you're a good person, and go ahead with your plans because there's success on the way for you guys, okay? Bye.